My mother's kindness toward me waned. No one would take me seriously, my mom warned me time and time again. I was isolated from the rest of society. Kate Gosselin's tenure in the spotlight has been filled with controversy, control issues, and drama, famous for their reality show, Jon and Kate Plus8. Jon and Kate Gosselin have finally spoken out. She was once associated with a lovable reality TV grandma, but now her name conjures up images of much darker themes, such as estrangement, loneliness, and the repercussions of past decisions. Currently, I am in need of some relaxation, so I have decided to take a break and turn the page. Everyone is waiting and watching, and now it appears like a decision has been made. Her term has ended. Farewell for all time. Has there ever been a worse fall from grace, or was this inevitable? Kate Gosselin's inability to deny the finality of this chapter in her life, coupled with the public's fascination and severed family ties, provide the answer. Kate Gosselin, a famous reality TV mom, rose to fame in 2007 with the premiere of Jon and Kate Plus8. She was the show's trademark due to her no-nonsense attitude and rigorous parenting style as a mother of 8. A lot of people were interested in the managed mayhem of having twin girls and sextuplets. However, flaws were starting to show up beneath the TV's lustrous exterior. A high-stress environment shaped by strict rules and an endless search for order lurked behind what appeared to be an intriguing glimpse into a unique family dynamic. With the help of Jon and Kate Plus8, Kate shot to fame. Not many reality stars achieve her level of fame. Despite claims that the show revolved around family, Kate stole the show from the get-go. As the head of the household, she was typically portrayed as the authoritarian figure who reigned in chaos. This was her side that garnered both admirers and detractors. While some viewed her as a resilient mother making the most of a bad situation, others saw a domineering woman who enjoyed her position and wanted to be in control of her house at all times. Her cautious demeanor was both charming and unsettling on screen. According to former cast and crew members, Kate's need for structure was excessive, even for a large family. Supposedly, she treated her house like a military base and demanded perfection from her children at all times, even when no one was watching. More and more, Kate was portrayed as a strong leader rather than a worried but caring mother. Whether or not these assertions were accurate is unknown. She first let her meticulously manicured public persona crumble when she filed for a divorce from Jon Gosselin in 2009. The media portrayed their split in a negative light, bringing accusations from both parties. Jon warned them that Kate's obsession with fame would cause her to prioritize ratings over the well-being of her family. However, Kate insisted that she was the sole responsible parent and that Jon was irresponsible. It became more difficult to discern the truth as rumors circulated that they were both cheating. The carefully constructed image of the Gosselin home was beginning to crumble, and the family was obviously broken up, despite the fact that the media took sides. In the years that followed, Kate participated in reality competitions and appeared in spin-off series in an effort to maintain her public profile. She was never truly rehabilitated, though. She endured years of accusations of mistreatment, power struggles, and strained relationships. Despite her best efforts, Kate's family stories painted a picture of a controlling and critical mother, so she hid this reality and pretended to be strong and independent. For quite some time, people have studied Kate's parenting style. Others perceived her as a domineering woman, while others saw a nurturing mother. Hard punishments and stringent household regulations were common themes in the news. Many people have voiced their displeasure with her behavior when she is alone, including her ex-husband, former nannies, and even the people who work on the show. According to some sources, the seemingly strict discipline that viewers witnessed on TV was actually a setting that demanded perfection and did not tolerate dissent. Most parents would consider Kate's need for order to be abnormally high. According to those who lived with the Gosselins, their mother was extremely rigid and didn't allow for many exceptions to her rules. Co-workers on Jon and Kate +8 said that she would lose her cool over little things and that the children were expected to blindly obey her rules. She allegedly used isolation as a form of punishment, leaving her children alone for long periods of time in order to keep them under control. Although discipline is essential in parenting, Kate's purported actions make it unclear whether her behavior was motivated by power or parenting. Because she was so rigid, people said that she came across as emotionally distant. The same charisma that made her appear powerful on screen also made her appear distant, as if she were unable to provide the warmth and affection that viewers anticipated from an 8-year-old mother. When it came to eating, playing, and sleeping, she was quite rigid. Because of these regulations, people found it difficult to connect with one another and act spontaneously. Her ability to maintain order in the home was initially admired, but later viewers began to question whether her strict control over her children's lives was odd. These hushed murmurs became ear-piercing charges as her children matured and gained the ability to communicate independently. What was formerly referred to as tough love began to feel more like a severance package. Some of the worst things that were said about her were her daughter Hannah's decision to stop being cared for by her and her son Colins' account of feeling abandoned by his mother. The public's perception of Kate as an independent mother doing her best to bring up her children began to crumble as these details emerged. Rather, an image of a domineering woman who may have lost touch with her maternal instincts surfaced. The world couldn't wait for the Gosselin kids to reach a certain age so they could finally open up about their lives. At this stage, no one could escape the accusations and rumors. The only ones who knew the truth were the children. The two children who chose to live with their dad, Jon, Colins, and Hannah, were the most vocal. Their decision to leave their mother's house was more than just a personal one. It was a powerful statement about her rule. Kate lied for a long time about how she could provide for and shield her 8 children. However, Colin and Hannah painted a different picture, one in which dominance took precedence over concern, and love was contingent upon meeting certain criteria. Particularly concerning are the stories that Colin has told regarding his time with Kate. According to his account, he was committed to a mental institution without his consent and without any prior notice or explanation. According to him, that's the spot where his mother abruptly severed ties with him. According to Kate, Colin required specialist assistance due to his special needs. However, Jon has maintained on multiple occasions that this is not the case, claiming instead that Colin was simply an unruly child. According to Colin, there was nothing wrong with him to warrant such severe punishment, and the schism that developed between him and his family due to his absence for so long was irreparable. In addition, Hannah basically agreed with her dad when he said that Kate's home wasn't as loving as it appeared. She was given the option to depart independently, unlike Colin, who was expelled. Everyone assumed she was rebelling against her mother when she moved in with Jon. Though it exacerbated family issues, it was a courageous move none. Hannah has been much more reserved than Colin, but the fact that she is frequently photographed with Jon in interviews and public appearances speaks volumes. According to her, living with her dad provided her with independence and stability that she lacked in Kate's household. Although they have remained mostly silent, Kate's other brothers' withdrawal from her social and public life has been noticed. Reportedly, 4 out of the 6 tuplets, Aiden, Alexis, Joel, and Leah, are still residing with Kate. However, they have refrained from openly endorsing their mother. Kara and Em, who are twins, have remained silent and have not spoken ill of their brothers who are no longer together. But they've said things before that lend credence to what their mom said. However, the fact that they refuse to acknowledge Colin or bring him up in interviews suggests a deep rift within the Gosselin family, one that may be impossible to heal. The fact that her brothers are now constantly bickering is one of the most tragic outcomes of Kate's decisions. Distancing and emotional wounds have shattered a family that was once bound together by a miraculous event. While some have remained silent, others have spoken up. Observing the bickering among Kate's children, it is evident that her sentence is final. Breaking news, 3 minutes ago. Just 3 minutes ago, the most recent update regarding the Gosselin case was announced. Kate's meticulously crafted public persona has yet another fissure. More details are emerging from her former circle of friends and family as a result of an article that surfaced again, sparking fresh discussions regarding her role as a mother. New evidence supports long-standing accusations against her, including that she is domineering, isolated, and unable to face the pain she has caused. Colin and Hannah's stories, along with those of the other previously silent Gosselin children, have recently come to light thanks to a new piece of news. Many people are still wondering why the siblings are still at odds and if there is more to their feud than what has been revealed. Individuals familiar with Kate's life claim that her strict supervision of the family continued even after the cameras stopped recording. They worry it has worsened to the point where it has sown irreconcilable divisions among the brothers. Reports from those familiar with the situation suggest that Kate's parenting style may have included more than just punishment. It may have also been an extreme demand for devotion that did not tolerate disagreement. Despite the story's lack of originality, it lends credence to what many have suspected all along. Kate's parenting style may have alienated her children more than she realized. Despite her silence on the matter, it appears that the damage is irreparable. She is less active on social media and has cut down on her public appearances. It appears as though she is evading the oncoming tempest. Everyone fears losing loved ones. Despite the increasing amount of criticism, Kate has maintained her version of events. Despite the challenges they faced, she has always been firm in her belief that she did all in her power to provide a good upbringing for her children. She has stated in interviews that the accusations against her are fabricated or grossly exaggerated. Critics, she claims, fail to comprehend the challenges of public parenting 8 children. However, it is more difficult to disregard the opinions of those who resided in her abode in light of the new narratives. Kate must now determine whether she will ever refute these fresh allegations or maintain her stance. A small number of people are holding out hope that she will attempt a comeback by resuming her appearances on reality TV and giving interviews to the media. Those who have been following her for nearly 20 years believe she has already bid farewell and is trying to escape the spotlight. No one wants their family divided, and her children's words and the facts of their past have already made their decision. The sentence for Kate Gosselin is complete. Farewell for all time. From this sentence, there is no turning back. Kate Gosselin is gradually accepting the consequences of her previous decisions. Their status has shifted from reverence to concern and finally criticism. Everyone used to think she was a brave mother taking on an insurmountable challenge, but now they see her through the lens of someone whose mastery may have cost her dearly. There has been no improvement in the family's relationship, and the accusations have remained harsh